What up, though? What up, though? What's good? I've been gone for a while. All right, I had to take like a week off, man. Y'all just don't know. This YouTube stuff, you got to be built for it. Been on here a minute. Been on here for a while. What up, Mac? Adrian, salute. What up, though? Wes, what up, though? Hey, Wes, man, that was a big loss for us yesterday, but we'll bounce back. What up, though, Sam? Mike, Sparty boy, what up, though? What's good? What is good? We got some sad news. We definitely got some sad news. I ain't gonna say it's sad news to me. It might be sad news to y'all. I got on my bifocals 3000. What up, though? Carmelo, what up, though? Sam, what up, though? So you got the beat down also. E, what up, though? Keith, what up, though? So, again, I'm not going to be too long today, man. There's no need to be too long. We know what it is. Some of y'all already know. But just in case you don't know, I'm going to tell you, all right? Let me put it up here on the screen. Right now, let me go and share this with y'all, okay? Let's get into it. Hopefully everybody had a great week. Again, last week, I was just too busy, and tired from work. I'm tired today because, we got beat up again at the job. When I say beat up, I mean we was extremely busy. Extremely busy. And so, your body get tired, all right? That's just what it is. Your body get tired. But I'm here, all right? Going to need some of them shoes to start stepping away from the fire stick. I feel you on that one. What's up, Lady J? What's good? What is good? So some of y'all probably already heard, I'm going to just go over the details. As you see right here on your screen, Amazon to start blocking side-loaded piracy apps on the Fire TV, confirmed by Amazon. So this came out Friday, as some of y'all know. This is on AFTV News right here. And again, if you've been following me, I've been honest with everybody. I always tell you to build your own media library. Okay? Let me say that again. I always been telling you to build your own. When you got your own, you don't have to rely on anyone else. Okay? Sometimes you get a hater like Amazon, you get a hater like the Google TV streaming devices, which may in a year and a half, whatever, start playing the same game. If you don't have your own media library, what are you waiting on? Again, why do you want to depend on somebody else's work when you can control the action yourself? It's not that hard to do. Some of y'all may figure it out by yourself. Some of y'all may have to hire me to actually show you what you need to do. But at the end of the day, you got your own library. You control everything. And the thing about it, it's going to work because you have the physical document. You have the physical video. It will work unless something else is going on with your home network. Depending on, now I'm going to tell you who this is going to hurt the most. And you're going to have to put your mind together on this one. This is going to really hurt the hustlers, really the ones that's out there doing these fire sticks, which I've been telling you for the last 2-3 years. It's time to move on from the fire stick. I done told everybody I come across, you might want to find another device because this is going to come down the line. Amazon is trying to move away because the whole, I'm gonna say, at least in America, I can't speak for no other country, but that jailbreak term to make it sound sexy, it done ran its course on the Amazon. And right now it's time for you, if you use the Amazon, which you shouldn't, if you've been rocking with me, you should know how to get your own content. If you don't, you want to be one of these people that's out here, you know, sending me email, hey Dale, what we gonna do? No, it ain't what we gonna do, because I've been moved on. But in the hustler category, we're gonna have to figure something out. And I say that because we're gonna have to figure some of this out. Now, I got an idea what you can do. I'm not gonna say it right now, but I got an idea what you can do. Okay? And you can do it. You can do it. I just don't want anyone else taking my thunder and creating a video. But there are other ways that you can actually do it and continue to maintain everything. Right? You can do this. And again, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It may happen on the Google TV, the Android TV side, but we can actually still do it and get away with it. You know, I ain't gonna say get away with it because that sounds bad, right? But we can give it out to our friends and loved ones. And I'm not even talking about Plex. I'm not talking about Plex. But there are other utensils in the drawer that you can actually use. And again, we'll get into that. I don't know. I've been thinking about this Patreon because I got so much that I can share with y'all, you know, so much. And I'm all for the hustlers and the dealers. I'm for the guys that, you know, they need a few extra dollars. They got to hustle and do their thing. I'm for that. You know, again, I'm for it. I understand it. But in today's time, when it comes to these movies and TV shows and things, there are a lot of ways. If you do your research, you don't need applications no more. I'm going to just be straight up with you. You don't need applications. You really don't need applications. You can actually just go to your browser and see everything. But hold up, I'll set my camera off. But some people just want it easy. I get it. That was one of the reasons that I left from Cody. Because I got tired of going into Cody. You got to wait for it to load up. Then you got to go into a whatever, click this. Then you got to click that. Then you get the list. And then, you know, it was just, I got away from Cody on that. Now, Cody served this purpose to me back in the day. But when they start creating these applications where I can just click on it and do another click and watch that little buffering wheel and I'm watching a movie, it was good to me. But then I got even smarter. I got tired of these applications coming up. They work for 2, 3, maybe 4 years, and then they go down. And now you left with, you know, nothing. You wait, oh, what I'm gonna go to, what I'm gonna do now. Until I say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to start my Plex. And then that way I can control everything. And let's just say if Plex go down, I still have my content. I still have my content because if Plex go down, I can go to MB. If MB go down, I can go to Jellyfin. If Jellyfin go down, I can go to Nova Video Player, which is inside the Google Play Store just waiting to be activated. And it's as simple as that. And if all of them go down, you still have your hard drive. It won't look as pretty, it won't look as good, but you still have your drive where you can plug it in the back of your television, plug it into your computer, plug it into your Chromebook, plug it into your PC, take it with you. You can do so much. Plug it into your router. That way you can use your router. You should, in today's time, you should be able to use the app from your router and be somewhere else in the world and still get to your, your movies and TV shows and music or wherever else you got plugged into it. But again, there are other ways. We're just going to have to try to figure this out. However you trying to do it. And again, I kind of got a way that you can do it where you can stay off the radar. But again, it comes down to you and what you could do with your streaming devices. But overall, Amazon to start blocking side-loaded piracy apps on Fire TVs, confirmed by Amazon. So let's click in here. This is on AFTV News, and I will put this link right here, right there. Again, we just don't know what Amazon is going to do. We can all speculate, right? But we just don't know. And again, what I like to tell everybody, start your own media library. That way you don't have to depend on this. All right? You don't have to depend on BTV, FlixVision, or uh, uh, Viva, or all these other Film Plus. You don't have to depend on that because you will be using your own physical Plex application, NB application, Nova Video, Jellyfin. You will be able to, your household should be good compared to everybody else. Okay. But here it is. We get into this article. Who is this article by? Let's see who is this article by. Elias Saba. All right. Or Saba. All right. So here it is. It says, in a new first for the company, Amazon will begin blocking sideloaded apps on the Fire TV devices that are determined to provide access to pirated content, according to The Sun. While Amazon has a long history of blacklisting apps, it has previously done so only to stop users from bypassing its Fire TV home screen with custom launchers or to prevent malicious apps. This new app blocking marks the first time Amazon has actively restricted Fire TV users from accessing pirated content, primarily to aid copyright holders. All right. It says earlier this year, Amazon blocked several Fire TV apps primarily used to view pirated content. On the surface, it seemed Amazon's objection was their role in piracy, but the real issue appears to have been the app's use of resources or resource monetization service that grant cyber criminal access to devices and residential IPs for malicious activity. The rationale was effectively confirmed when updated versions of the blacklisted apps were no longer blocked after developers removed the offending monetization services. And so this was coming by some of these individuals, developers, whatever you want to call them. They were putting in codes to get, IP addresses, get certain data, all right, and use against you, right? And they were doing this. Remember some time ago, I told y'all I found this site. I never shared it. I only shared it with a couple of people. All right. I shared it with Show Enough. Y'all know him as LJ. I shared it with him and I shared it with the Real. I never shared it with no one else. And guess what? I believe this site was one of them sites where it would get people information, logins, and everything. And I get access to pretty much everything from live TVs to movies, everything. I never wanted to share it on YouTube, and I never shared it with y'all because, again, it was one of them. If it get into the wrong hands, we gonna have a problem. Somebody gonna eventually go on YouTube and give that information out, which that's what I'm not here for that, you know. But if LJ was on here, he would tell you, yeah, that app, if it get into the wrong hands, we're gonna have some problems. Not only that, if the Real was on here, because I showed the Real, she couldn't believe it. She like, what the heck? And it's still up and going to this current day. Man. And so I made it my business not to share it. I even had DVD King reach out to me. Dale, let me get that. No, let me just show me. I told him straight up, if I was to give this to you, you're going to have to pay. And I ain't talking no $100, $200 stuff. I'm talking about you really going to have to pay because I know certain individuals, if they get this, it's a wrap, right? And again, I don't even know how I found it, but just know I can use it to this day. And this was what, back early in the year? I think it was still cold here in Michigan when I actually found it. And when I tell you it's a game changer and you can do some damage with this. You can make hell of a money with this application. Well, with this service that I found. And what Amazon is saying, potentially people who were signing into their Netflix, signing into their IPTV, signing in to certain Amazon Prime, certain applications, that the person behind this was taking that data and putting it out there. The same way how they take how we go to the store and everybody want to know your phone number, everybody want to do your email. And I set up one of our the oil shop, and I set up, and this is where I got another email just to see who was going to do what, who sell your data. And I used this particular email. After I gave this to this oil shop, do you know, within 24 hours, I went from getting like 2 to 3 emails a day within, a day, or maybe 2 or 3 emails in 2 days, to hundreds, just from giving that person some data, which was my email. And this is why I don't give out my main email. I don't give out my main number. I always sit back and I give them a fake number or something, or a number that you see going across your screen. That is not my real number. That is not my real number, but I do use that number. I use it to give it to whoever, just in case hey, well, can we get your number? Yeah, call this one. Yeah, call this 313-351-3990. And I know what they do. That's why some of us during election, all craziness, or right out the blue, you getting a bunch of spam calls because you just don't know where your data is going to, who they selling it to. You just don't know. And so when you start doing that, you monitoring what you presenting to everybody, you know, you can see what they're doing. Now, my main email, again, I'm 2, 3, maybe 4 emails a day. But the ones that I be using, even the Superdell-TV done spiked up. You know, Superdell-TV just got crushed. I don't even go to that one no more. And so again, what Amazon was trying to protect was us putting these third-party applications. Yeah, we thinking they're cool, but deep down behind, they probably collecting their data, our data, okay, and using it against us. And again, I got this website, guys. If I was to show this website, you would be like, "Oh my goodness!" And it get updated every single day, sometimes twice a day, to give you the username and the password, and it works. I bullcrap you not, and it works. And so that's what Amazon was trying to protect, in my opinion. But it might be too late because a lot of information is out here. All right. So it says right here, the time Amazon is simply going after apps that provide unauthorized access to copyrighted content. The company will reportedly compare the apps installed on the Fire TV devices with a list of known piracy apps maintained by the Alliance for Creativity and Entertainment, aka ACE, an anti-piracy coalition. If a piracy app is found on the Fire TV, a two-stage removal process will be triggered. They know, they already know what applications we use. You know why? Because us on YouTube have presented them with it. Us using downloaders saying you can get this app. It yeah, they know. All right. They know. They absolutely know what we're using. So it says users of the piracy apps will be first. It says users of piracy apps will first be notified, presumably through an on-device message, that the apps they are using are not permitted and will be removed. After some time has passed, Amazon will block the app and prevent it from being used. The company has not said how long users will be or will see the piracy notification before the app is blocked. All right. This new piracy app blocking policy will affect both official apps from the Amazon App Store, which Amazon has always kept clear of piracy apps, and sideloader apps, or AKA jailbreaking apps, right? On which Amazon has not regulated in the past. It also appears that this will affect both Android-based Fire TV devices running Fire OS and Vega OS-based Fire TV Stick Select. Ain't nothing going on that Fire TV Stick Select. I don't even know why they even put that in in this conversation. That device, as of right now, officially sucks. All right. Amazon says that sideload non-piracy apps will continue to be allowed. Okay. The list of apps that will be blocked is unknown, but I reached out to Amazon for more details and will update this article if any are provided. And they said an update, as you see right here. An Amazon spokesperson has confirmed to me that through an expanded program led by ACE, a global coalition fighting digital piracy, will now block apps identified as providing access to pirated content, including those downloaded from outside of our app store. The block will start in Germany and France. All right. It will start in Germany and France, and then roll out globally. Amazon will not say which specific apps will be blocked. All right, so they're going to start over in Germany and France first, and then they'll get to us. All right. And again, guys, if you one of these individuals that is, using the third party applications, then this is something that you're going to have to, you know, recognize it might be time for you to leave the Amazon alone because it's coming. All right. It is coming. We already see what Amazon is doing, and again, it's coming. So you might need to move over to Google TV. You might have like another year or two with that before they start the process of blocking. And then we will have to decide a good budget streaming device that's recognizable that is not into blocking. All right. We will have to find a device that's not cheaply done, right? Because you don't want the cheap, you know what I'm saying? Where you got a remote and you hear every click or it delays. You trying to go left and it's delaying and something like that. You want something that's budgeted. So just in case if you still out here hustling, you can still get your hustle on. All right. So you really don't want nothing that's going to be too cheap. We dealt with that back in like 2017, 18 before we, stopped using a lot of those um what we call Chinese boxes and things like that. Okay. Again, we'll see how this go. Now, again, I'm gonna tell you just like this. All right. You can do this yourself. If you're going to start your media library, all right, your movies, your TV shows, you can do this yourself. You can, some of y'all got routers, right? Some of y'all got routers where you can share throughout your home network, which is pretty easy because you can build your own NAS. All right. I'm going to repeat that. You can build your own NAS. I don't care if you have, let me see what this is. No, that's not it. You can have, did I take them upstairs? Okay, nope. I got them right here. All right. I'm going to tell you this. You can build your own NAS off your, sorry about that. You can build your own NAS off your router. Okay. You can get, let me just give y'all some game right quick. Let's do this. Router. All right. I'm going to take just any random router. All right. I'm going to use this picture. All right. Mm, well, it's not letting me like make it large. So I'm going to get rid of that one. Because I need to see some large. Maybe we can use this one. It's in Spanish, but it's all right. It's in Spanish, but it is all right. Well, I can change it to English. Let's do that. Okay. Let me share this with you. This is the back of a router, right? You hook your Ethernet coming out your modem. You got your Ethernet cord going into this, and then they give you 4 ports. Okay. But you notice something right here. This is a USB. And a lot of times, really, if you own your own router, if you own your own router, and I have to tell you this, when you own your own router, you control everything. Don't think because you got a router from the cable company that the cable company cannot see what you're doing. You're using their equipment. They have the MAC ID, everything. So I encourage everyone, if you can, if it's in the budget for Christmas, work on your network. Get your own modem if you can. Get your own router. Get a modem, that device by itself, get a router. All right. Because when you get your own router and you set it up, you give yourself the password. You can put certain safety features on it. If you want a VPN throughout your network, you can set that up. There are so many things you can do with your router. You can share. I use Netgear. So the option to share when I hook up an external hard drive or a flash drive is called Ready Share. Now, different devices, Asus or TP-Link, they might use something else, some other type of naming of Ready Share. All right. But all you have to do, and this is what I've done in the past. Let me see. I had a USB hub. All right. And I will show you that right now. Let me see if I can make this larger. Okay. On my router. All right. On my router. Again, you can turn anything into a NAS. All right. Let me repeat myself. You can turn any external drive, right? Or flash drive. Y'all see them. You can turn an external, not an internal, an external hard drive into a NAS. Okay. Pretty much what a NAS is, it shares it across your network. Now, some people want to say, I keep setting this thing off. Some people going to say, well, how is it going to be a NAS? Because I can connect to my NAS, from anywhere in the world. Well, if you have a newer router that belongs to you, maybe 5, 6, 7 years old or newer, that comes with an app, you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. That's all you got to do is go into the app, bing, and you can see everything connected to your router, including shutting it off so no one can use the Wi-Fi. You can actually do that from the app. But what I was doing in the past, you see this little USB? A lot of routers come with that. And again, you can use this along with something similar to this. This is called a USB hub. And if you have 2 or more devices, if you have 2 flash drives, if you have 2 external drives, some of y'all may not know what an external drive is. Well, let me show you what an external hard drive is. All right. And again, this is to educate everybody. Some of y'all know what it is, but we always have new people who actually reach out and they need to be taught. And my channel is built for people who are not advanced. So I know I'm gonna get some hater coming in. Oh man, you doing all that jibber jabbering, you talking all this. Well, I'm glad that you know everything in the world, but I still have individuals who are learning to cord cut who don't even know what we're talking about. The terminologies go over their head and they are left to figure things out. That's why my channel is different from yours if you have a channel. Some of y'all got channels that don't give the details. Some of y'all got channels that give great details. Some of y'all just y'all don't give no details. And it's all good. Nobody's coming after your channel. But on this channel, I like to show off everything. All right. So what I'm going to do, okay. So again, let's go from the front. All right. From the top, rather. Right here, you got a USB drive. Okay. You can get a USB hub. It doesn't have to be a 10-port hub. All right. It doesn't. You can get a 2-port, 3-port, 5-port. It's up to you. but you get something similar to this that give you multiple USB slots, and you plug this device into your router. It's as simple as that. And guess what? If you get at least two of these, you say, Dale, why would you get two of these devices? Well, very similar to what a router does. When you got a RAID 1, you can actually use two of the same, whether it's a 5 terabyte, 8 terabyte, whatever terabyte you want to start your media library. And you get two of these. And what you do, you go into your router from your PC, whatever, however you want to, or you could just take a drive over there and copy it to it. All right. But you get two of these and you copy your movie and TV shows to this one and your second one. Now, it may not be able to save them, like a RAID 1 does at the same time. I have a NAS and I have it saved as a RAID 1. So when I send it over there to my router, that's it. It's going to be automatically copied. Well, with this setup, you're going to have to send your movie to this one, and then you're going to have another one of these as a backup just in case this one goes out. All right. Maybe you might have a electrical power surge that mess up one. At least you still have your backup. And you have your own NAS. And you can use programs like Nova Video Player to actually read from your router. And it will continue to read from your router. And anytime you add to it, it will update. Inside Nova Video Player, you can use Nova Video Player is free. Plex is free. Jellyfin is free. MB is free. So you can use all of these free programs to see your content across your network. Okay. And that's just how simple it is. This is how I used to do mine. Or you can use your PC. PC would do the same thing. Your PC should by now in today's age have multiple USB ports, at least 3 or 4 at minimum, where again, you should be able to put it on your PC. I did it this way for a long time as well. And you plug them in, and I send the movie content, TV shows to one drive, and then once it's done, I send it to the other drive. Same thing. And I set up my Windows PC so it shares, because you can do this on Windows PC. You can share those drives out. You can share them. You can definitely share them. And it's as simple as that, where again, Jellyfin, Plex, Nova Video Player will get the job done. Okay? Again, simple, right? You're doing this all for free. All you got to do is go and get you a external hard drive. Again, some people even use these. They get depending on what you want to share across your network. They get something like this, something simple, and you turn these into a NAS. That's all a NAS is. They also have other devices, right, that are they're cheaper than NASs, and they are called direct attach storage. I think I got one somewhere over here. Hold up. All right, these are called, this one is called a direct attached storage. You can find these on Amazon for the low, like very, very low. And what it is very similar to a NAS. When you pull it out, as you see right here, I got a drive. All right. And again, the thing about this, instead of plugging it into your network, and this is an 8 terabyte. Okay. Very, very simple. All right. You can take something like this, you can invest in this, but the only thing about it, you're going to have to get your drives because they do not come with drives. And drives are very, very expensive. All right. But again, you can plug this directly to your router. You can plug this directly, where's the, here it is right here. You can plug this directly to, this is just a regular USB. You can plug this right into your router. You can plug it directly to your NVIDIA Shield. You can plug it to your PC. You can plug it where anything USB and it will have your content. All right. And yes, I do have 2 drives. All right. Drive 1 and then, all right, as you see right there, 8 terabyte. And again, as you see it, all right, you see them. 2 different 8 terabytes, but they do the same thing. All right, they do the same thing. And again, this is a direct attached storage. You can get it again, but you're gonna spend your money on these drives though. And so you can go with an external hard drive. I use the external hard drive for years, and it still works to this day. All right. Now, those are some of the options. There are more options you can use. Everybody is different. Some people use cloud service. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just up to you to figure out what you want to do. The easiest, the cheapest one is to get external drives. Like I said, I will get at least 2 of them. That way I can bag them up. I can bag. So when you send one to one of them, you send it to the backup one. You can name it. One thing about it, you can name it however you want it. Hey, drive 1, drive 1 backup. You know what I'm saying? You can label how you want it. It comes down to you and what you want to do. Okay. Again, you can use your router. You can use a PC. You can use uh, NVIDIA Shield. You can use so many devices out here. Or if you don't want all of the hard work and you just want to keep it as simple as possible, okay? As simple as possible. There's one thing you can actually do. All right. You can go out here and get your own, media. Let me just go up here. Let me see. It's right here. Right here. Let me see if I can make this a little bit larger. All right. You can actually get your own device that will do everything for you. Again, it's going to come down to you and how you are to get your content. Everybody who get their content, everybody have a different way of, storing their content. I'm not saying I got the best way or anybody else. It comes down to personal preference. But if I was going to get a device to actually do it for me, if you don't want the headache, I'm gonna tell you, zidoo will be your go-to. Zidoo devices are very, very nice. Very, very nice. from the Z20, the Z9X Pro, the Z9X 8K. It just depends on what you want and how much you want to spend. A lot of these devices I do have. I got the Z20 Pro. I got the Z9X Pro. I got the Z9X 8K. And I think I got the Z2000 or something like that. It's right here. I just can't. Hold up. Let me see. Is that the Z3000? No, that ain't no 3000. I tell you that. Let me see. I can't really see it because I need some light on it. Where's my phone at? I can't remember which one it is. I got so many of them. Hold on. Let me turn this on. Let me turn on the flashlight. I got the Z1000. All right. The Z1000, which is right here. So I got quite a bit of zidoo. Now, one thing about this device, and again, I'm not telling everybody to go and get it, because again, it comes down to personal preference and what you can afford and what you're willing to do. There's no need for everybody to get this. I know it's not meant for everybody. But one thing I can say about this device, zidoo maintain their devices. They send regular updates to it, and it's running Android. So you will be able to sideload your third-party applications if that's what you want to do. To watch movies and TV shows, you can. You can sideload your IPTV app over here. You can do it. But this is a media player. It's really meant for you to build your library. That's what these devices are for. All right. These devices, all the applications I named earlier, I'll go over them again. Plex, Jellyfin, Emby, Nova Video Player. Those are all free applications. But one thing about it, you got to build it up yourself. You got to do all of that. Well, with these devices right here, these zidoo devices, the reason it costs so much because it's going to do all the work for you. Meaning, instead of me breaking down my categories on Plex, the horror, the comedy, the action, the thriller, the drama, the kids category, the animation category, things like that. Well, with these devices, you do not have to go through that because it would take your content and break it up for you. It will put it in the proper genre for you. No other free application will do that other than Nova Video Player. Let me say that again. No other application will do that automatically other than Nova Video Player. Plex, it would do it, but it's good to put your own categories in there. Okay. Emby, do your own category. You got to create it and do it yourself to make it look nice, good. You categorize it yourself. Now, can you just create an application with movies and TV shows? Yeah, they'll do their best. But one thing about zidoo is going to break it down and break it down. If it's animated, it's going to go into the animated. If it's action, it's going to go into the action. If it's comedy, it's going to go into comedy. Now, it's not perfect. I'm not saying that this device is perfect because it does have its flaws, which is sometimes if it don't recognize a title, if it doesn't recognize the title, it'll just leave it over there in one of the options waiting for you to come and fix it. So it's not perfect, but again, it'll get the job done. Okay? Where you're not sitting back saying, let me put this in a horror category. Let me put it, I'm telling you, you're going to have to break it down where That way, even if you share your Plex, the people on who you share it with, your family or friends who you share your Plex with, which is totally legally, it is legal, at least in the United States. Okay. They will know. They won't have to figure out. So if they want to watch a horror film, they shouldn't be going through all your movie categories. It should be broken up. It should be broken up where not only you understand, but your household and whoever you sharing your content with understand. Okay. And it's as simple as that. So again, there are so many ways that we can do this. There are other streaming devices out here that does similarities to what we're trying to do. But with Amazon doing what they're doing, getting ready to block, and a lot of y'all are using Amazon. Amazon is going to pay for this. All right. They are going to hurt from doing this. A lot of people, I can imagine Amazon made some money with these sticks. All right. But sometimes, hey, maybe they got a bag to do this. We don't know. They won't share the information with us. Maybe, maybe the government gave them a bag and say, hey man, we need y'all to stop all of this. Like, and they got a bag from it. All right. And that's just what it is. All right. Maybe that's what it is. And they trying everything that they can to stop it. Okay. All right. What we got? Yep, Joe, I mentioned that earlier. Yep, in about a year and a half, 2 years. Yep. They are not blocking third party apps. Well, maybe I can't read because I swear in this article it said is going after third party applications. But if you say so, all right, I'm not going to argue. Can you connect it to a Synology, Nas? Connect what to a Synology, Sam? Sorry if I R30 is going to take, he say, R30 says side loading is going to take a big hit. Half the users don't know how to install this tech stuff. And I agree with you, R30. And the reason why, because again, you know, it's easier to use applications like Downloader, right? And start sending this stuff over. A lot of them don't know. They just don't know, but that's where I come into play. Hustler say, Dale, I have a plug to save on hard drives to something we already do. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's all type of ways you already know. You already know, Hustler. Woo. You already know. What up, Jeffrey? What's good? Hope all is well. Yeah. A NAS is a network attached storage. Just like this is a DAS, a direct attached storage. Yep, that's what NAS stand for. Network attached storage. You say a hard drive enclosure. Let me go back up to your question. You can connect this. You can connect, and basically that's what this is, a hard drive enclosure. You can connect this to your NAS. Yes, you can. You can do it. I'm just burping. This beverage got me burping. Uh what say, man? I wish I know what you were talking about. You got me lost with this tech stuff. Well, let's just all right, Wes. I'm gonna make it as simple as possible. Using your cell phone, right? This is your cell phone. When you take a video and a picture, you can save it to you can either delete it from your phone or you can save it to your phone, because your phone has a hard drive inside of it. It has a storage utility inside of it, basically a hard drive. That's when you get phones that got 256, 500, or you'll get you one of them higher end Android or Apple phones that got 1 terabyte of space. Well, that's very similar to this. Consider this your phone. All right, let me take this down right quick. When you connect this device up, right? This is when you connect this to your computer. This is your computer backup. The same thing, you can store pictures, you can do all of that onto this device. All this device is a big old hard drive. Something you can do. Just like a flash drive. Where them flash drives go? Did I put them up? It's just basically it ain't nothing but a place where you can store your content, your pictures, your music. A flash drive does the same thing. It does the same exact thing. All right. So consider your phone consider your phone or something like your router or something like your computer. Your computer is your phone. The reason it's your phone because you can browse on it, right? You can go to different websites. You can use certain applications, and you can save content, information, just like you can save it on your phone. You can save it on your computer. You can save it using your router. You basically have something. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Um, this is basically when you use devices like this or an external hard drive, anything like that, those are nothing but a big old, like a safe or something. What do we do with our safes? If you have a safe at home, you store personal information in them, right? Personal things that's really important to you, you put it inside that safe. That's all this is. That's all an external hard drive is. That's all with a flash drive. Things that are important to you, you just put them in a safe place. All right. That's basically what hard drives are. I need to save some data, which is music, websites, pictures, movies, TV shows. If you're a DJ, you save your beats, right? You don't just leave your beats on a mixer board and go out. You save them somewhere so you can always come back to it. That's what this is a big old safe. If you think of it like that, you're gonna be good. Now you might do all your hard work. If you're a DJ or you're a producer, you do all your work on that mixer. At the end of the day, you want to save it to a safe place that you can always go back to and retrieve it. You can get access to it. That's what we use these devices for. So when we're talking movies, TV shows, that's our safe place. We can always go back and get to it. We can always use other devices to get to the safe place. A router, you can use your router. You can use zidoo, media players. You can use your PC. But at the end of the day, you want to get to your drives. You want to get to that safe, unlock it so you can watch it or do whatever you want to view it. You could do with it. This is nothing but a big old safe. Your external hard drive is nothing but a big old safe. Them flash drives that I showed you ain't nothing but a safe. And what's important to you to actually store them on. That's all it is. And if you look at it like that, you're gonna be okay. All right. You store all your you don't take all your money and put it in your drawer at home. Some of y'all do it because y'all, you got an extra hustle. You can't put all them thousands of tens or hundreds of thousands into a bank. But the average person take their money and they put it in the bank because what? It's insured, it's protected. If your house catch on fire and you don't have all your money into a fireproof safe, what's gonna happen to that paper? Really, if the fire come into that room, what's gonna happen to it? It's gonna burn away. And so consider your hard drive, your storage, whether it's a network attached, whether it's a direct attached storage device, whether it's an external hard drive, whether it's a flash drive. These are all safes, places that we store data or information that are important to us, that keep us going, that keep us happy. We want to come home and watch a movie. We don't want to go to a third party application, right? We can just go right into our a regular app, or we can go directly to it and play it from there. So that's what we're talking about. Hopefully, I broke it down where you understand. All right. Hopefully. Hopefully. So again, it's just all about you saving your content. It may sound like it's hard, but it's really not. A network attached, a network attached storage, that's something that will be plugged into your router or network switch, and you can get to it from a network. A direct is directly connected to your computer, to a media box, to your television, right? I can connect this device right here with these hard drives in it. If I have the right, like I got a Samsung S24 Ultra. All I need is a Type C hub that has a USB port on it. And guess what? I can connect this directly up to my phone and see the content that's on this device right here. I can just use the USB. And so again, you can use this on media players, you can use this on your television, you can use this on your computer. You can take this device wherever you want to go. Now again, it's going to be heavy because it got them drives in there, but you can take it. And plenty of directors, plenty of people that are on YouTube, content creators. This is where they store something like this is what they use to store all of their important videos, such as, they created, um, directors, producers, people who own small businesses. They put their invoices and they do their business on here, right? Just in case they get audited, they or something, or if they need a receipt, they can actually go in and see exactly what they need and go from there. All right. They can get it, print it, do whatever they can show it off and show exactly um, you know, what they need at that time, whatever they need. So it's it's pretty nice. What up, G Torres? Yep. What up, though? So, man, let's see. Said, why does the on 4K plus box voice always fall out of sync? It depends what application are you using for photos. Ah, man. I hate when I kick myself out, but it depends what application are you using. I couldn't tell you, but it could be the application, it could be your network, but it sounds like it might be an application issue or something like that. I'm not for sure. So again, it's all type of ways that you can, you know, there are all type of ways. No way is the best way. All right. At the end of the day, as long as you getting your content, that's all that matters. And there are plenty of ways you can get your content. All right. Plenty of ways. Again, if you want to learn how to do it, you can definitely email me. The email is going across your screen. You can get me. Yes, it is $50 if I teach you. It's $50 if I teach you. But again, it comes down to you. All right, it really comes down to you and what you want, and it's pretty nice. But there are plenty of ways you can actually get this going. All right, plenty of ways. No, like I said, somebody may tell you different, right? Because they're using another, way that they get their content. But at the end of the day, as long as we're going the same way, you may get that movie this way, I may get it this way, somebody else may get it that way, somebody may get it that way. At the end of the day, we'll be able to see the beginning of the movie and all the way to the ending credits. I don't care what it is. There are so many ways that we can get the content. Me, I'm just someone, because I know there are all type of newer people who are emailing me, hey Dale, I just saw your video. I like your content. I want to learn. All right. I want to learn how to do this or that. And they go through and they hire me, and that's where it happens. So again, many ways you can do it. And when you get good at it, if you want to go into a more intermediate level or even higher than that, a more advanced, there are plenty of YouTubers out here that will get you to that advanced level, including myself. All right. There are many ways you can do this. All right. Big salute. Thank you, Philly Cable Days. A great information. Superdell, preach. There are so many options out there. Absolutely. And the options are uh, like everybody has a different way. I don't think there is not one YouTube creator that I know that does it the same way. Everybody got their own little twist to it. And that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. And that's why I said, we all do things different, you know, and that's what's up. Hey, big thanks for the donation. Thank you. Oh man, look at this cat. Oh man. He said, hey, I used to be a Cody guy. That was a pain. I was a Cody guy. I actually used to have my own build on Cody that I created myself. And it worked. And, actually I came across I set up a device from somebody like this had to be like they had to have this box back in. Man, matter of fact, I can show it. It's upstairs. Um, they had this box. They say I gave them this box back in like 2017. Man, and the thing about it, usually I ask, I be like, hey man, what device you got? And if they say one of them older boxes, I'll be like, nah, man, you got to get a new device. I'm not working on it. On this particular time, I didn't ask the question. I might have been out doing something, right? Whatever. Man, he brought me back that box. I said, what the And so I'm in the expedition. I plug it up because y'all know I did my operation in the expedition. I'm like, hell, but it brought back memories. I'm like, hell no, I'm not working on this, but damn. And that's why I was saying He was like, yeah, man, just started acting sluggish, and so man, and it goes to show you in that I think it was running Android 6, and it just went out this year. It literally went out or acted sluggish. But I told her, I say, no, man, I'm not working on this, man. It's going to take me about 3 hours to get everything. Nah, I'm not doing that. But he ended up getting a new device, and he actually thanked me. He say, man, why didn't you been tell me about this? I say, because you never said you had an issue. I don't know what you got out here. I couldn't tell you what you got out here until I asked that question. But he's even happier now this day. You're like, man, I wish, man, because sometimes, man, it takes 3, 4, 5 minutes for an app to open up, but he never complained until it just stopped really working. And he was like, forget this. So he thought I was going to, work on it, but nah, he just had to get a new one. So, yep. So again, guys, I'm not going to hold y'all. I think we did enough talking. I got to get ready to watch this game tonight. Watch a little bit of basketball and then go from there. Hopefully, y'all learned a little something. My goal is not to force you into something. I just want to give you options. That way, we can get the information out there. And then if you need a way of learning, either you can leave the comments in this video or send me an email saying, hey, Dale, can you do a live or can you do a dedicated video showing how you can use something like this, a regular old DOS, which is very, very, it's simple. It's easy. And a lot of people actually use it. Like they have this connected to their PC and all of that, and they use it. And I'm going to tell you this before I leave. The DOS I have, I do have a RAID 1. All right. You see it right there where if I use this one time, if I send something to this device, it will save on both of the drives. All right. So you do have the option of that if you want to. You can use them independently. All right. So you saw I had an 8 terabyte on the top, an 8 terabyte on the bottom. Together, that's 16 terabytes. But now you can use this independently and keep this 8 and keep this 8. Maybe you're going to put everything, all your 1080p 720s at the top, and maybe you can use this drive at the bottom for all your 4K. Or you can just have it set up where you take both of these drives and combine them together. Well, you can't combine them because if you combine them, that's 16 terabytes. But you could just keep it as both of them, 8 terabyte apiece, and just have one where you send it one time and it's saved on both of these drives. That way, if this drive go out, all you got to do, take it, put a new one in there, power it up, and the rest is history. All right? That's all you have to do. This bad boy is heavy too. All right? So that's the one. And again, that'll come down to personal preference. All right. Personal preference. All right. With that being said, exactly, you're a mirror. All right. You're a mirror, and that way is good to go. All right. With that being said, guys, I appreciate all the love. If you have any questions, again, leave them in the comments of this video, this live feed, or send me an email. All right. Again, we all trying to get to the same place, and we all trying to prepare ourselves for the future. And I don't want you dependent on these third-party applications. All right? I don't want you to depend on Kodi or these third-party applications. When you do it yourself, that means you control the action. You control everything. And you will thank me later if you haven't started already. Salute to you guys, and I will talk to you on the next one, I guess. I don't know. If I'm feeling well, I'll go live again tomorrow. Maybe we will do something with this drive just to show y'all how simple it is. I think that'll be a good video just to show you how simple it is. That way, video games, all of that, you can do it all right? I will talk to you later, guys. Y'all be safe. Happy Monday. And I'll see you on the next one, man. Salute. I got to get on my MetaQuest. You want to catch me? Get a MetaQuest. You will see me over there. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.